Hello YouTube, welcome back to Kingdom of Deliverance 2, episode 10. Let's get some shit done. We gotta head back up to the blacksmith probably. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now though. What I was doing. Oh. Ooh. Sharpening wheel, dice, smokehouse, drying rack. Okay. What's this? Smokehouse. I gotta get used to these icons one of these days. Okay. I think I'm starting to get used to it though. Let's go to the tailor and see if we can sell some more of our clothes. I mean, oh. Actually, yeah. Oh, what?
What? Oh, so you're doing that.
Let's just go to the blacksmith. There's nothing we really need right here. Apothecary's herb garden. I wonder how much I'm gonna be able to get for this.
Good doggy. Good boy. You silly doggy.
Excuse me. Word about the price.
Gut. Versuchen wir es.
Satisfied?
That's not worth it. Nein, so bestimmt nicht. I'm done haggling with you. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
You silly doggy.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not?
How's this?
You really won't convince me like this. You'll convince me with that price. Excellent! It's a pleasure doing business with you. Take care. What'll it be this fine morning?
What do you have for sale?
That's a nice coat.
Worried about the price?
Sure. Why not?
Do you accept?
More. You'll convince me with that price. I hope you'll be satisfied. My friend. How can I help you this fine morning?
Show me your wares.
Oh well.
I think I got everything I need on this one.
What can you do?
All right. I feel like having a shield is not a bad idea. Typically.
Farewell, then.
I need to like improve my strength so I can carry more stuff. It's really hindering me now. Go ahead and toss as much as we can onto this horse here. I actually want to see if he has gloves. No gloves.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. When sprinting, stamina 20%. So, Seems useful.
God grant you health. Greetings.
Word about the price.
Sure, why not?
Is this enough?
More.
Do you accept?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal. Finally, a reasonable sum. Thank you kindly, and come again, friend.
am I going? So once I get up here, now what? You know what I mean?
Ka!
Track. Mutt, come here. Look what I have for you. Search. Free. Do I want to send Mutt home? Do I want to send Mutt home? Search. Here, Mutt. Search. Heal. Here, Mutt. Search. Run. Free.
Anyway, he was barking mad at something, and I have no idea what it is. Oh well. I'm sure we'll come across it again, maybe.
Ka!
Die! Go!
Whoa!
Fucking steal.
A word about the price.
All right, I'm listening.
How's this?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Great, I'm glad you found what you were looking for. Take care, friend.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew, that's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they're a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semin took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I know what to do with them.
Now, don't worry. I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us.
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a
Holy
catch.
Toledo!
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truscovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Samin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Go and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
I like that. That looks cool. Oh, wrong house. The inventory is kind of hard to navigate sometimes, but once you get it, you get it. All right, I think we cleared out inventory pretty well. Well, we're down to. We still have like 154. It's kind of like one of those things where we just, if we feel like we're gonna need to go into battle, I think we might just need to pull it off of our horse. But I think the outfit we have now will get us through a decent amount of stuff. Like that, we need to just train our. Well, I guess we need to train our strength and just wear the armor. I don't know. I don't fucking know. What is weighing me down so? All. The heaviest thing I have is part of this. So let's go ahead and switch our outfit. That's green. That's red. That's yellow. Okay. So yellow is going to look like this. We need to have Gamnison. Thing. What's it? Voice. So we just need. We don't need it anymore. Saxon Halbrook. 14 pounds. That's 10 pounds. Okay. I need to start eating this honey. There's a lot of honey. Or maybe I should move it. That might be like weighing me down, actually.
Heel! Look what I have for you. Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Aye, come here. Look what I have for you. Here, mutt. You silly mutt.
Why does it say much obedience is not that? Okay. All right, 140 isn't bad. It's not bad, not one bit. Oh. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and maybe save. Maybe not use it, so we'll not use save your snaps. We're gonna sleep 4 hours. Okay.
Good boy.
Got our save. What is our journal telling us? I think we're geared up for the first time in a good while. Got some good gear.
I'm sorry. Greetings. What do you want? See you soon, my friend.
No. Any sausages?
God bless.
Are you going to do what we talked about?
What's new around here?
Siegfried the herdsboy was here. He was complaining that wolves keep taking his sheep. You could also stop by and see Old Mouth. He's the local storyteller. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things, but only if you bring him some liquor. Don't forget, I have some here to sell, if you want. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here, fortunately.
Can I spend the night here?
We're not set up for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
I'll let you sleep on the hay for a couple of groschen.
Hey.
Let's agree on a price. What would you say to this?
You won't convince me with this.
Come on, dude. It's a hay.
Agreed. Like I said, there's plenty of room on the hay, but don't go wondering about my house.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep up there in the barn, but be careful. The ladder is all rickety.
What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet.
That's a beautiful maypole you have there. You don't see that every day. I reckon all the other villagers must envy you.
They sure do. Them Gelievites try to steal it, but our fellas kick their asses. Why are you so interested in it anyway?
I'm from a small town myself, and I can appreciate a nice maypole. I remember having to guard it every year.
Tell me about it. A real headache it is, but for a good cause. Sorry, I'm just a bit on edge these days. And if someone had bad intentions, Henrik would show them how we do things here in Tachov. That's the one thing he's good for.
This is an interesting little...
I wanted to ask about Henrik.
What about him?
Did he do something to you? Sounds like you're not exactly fond of him.
Aye, I'm not. He's been getting on my nerves ever since he got together with our Manka. I'm afraid he'll mess with her head and run off with her, just like his bloody brothers did.
Where did they go?
What do I know? One day they just packed up and wandered off. Their village wasn't good enough for them, I reckon. I wouldn't mind
That's
if someone
unfortunate.
went and beat the thought of Manka out of his head. Maybe someone not from around here.
Why not? I could manage that.
He's not much of a fighter, but I reckon if you call him a vagrant or something, it'll surely rile him up. And I'll remember you did me a little favor. Take care for now.
New activity.
I wish you a pleasant morning.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arseface?
I'm sorry, Stenyak. I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. But you were right about the stories. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
To your health, my friend.
Health my arse? Are you yanking my pizzle?
All right. I could spare a few groschen.
A wise decision, friend. It'll be worth it. You'll see.
Do you swear it?
Upon my honor. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him, straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Well, all was as it should have been. It was Kuba's fault.
I don't think so. It seems Matthias didn't either. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
Well, why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. Take care, friend.
You think it's real? Well, I guess we can.
Excuse me.
Pond, eh?
What are you whistling for? What a cheap old nag.
I think it's time for us to upgrade our horse. And that would be a bad thing to work towards. Let's head north. Let's see what this new activity is.
There now.
Okay, so
Do you remember me?
Blimey, Henry! How could I forget you? And you couldn't have come at a better time, because I need help again.
Depends what it is.
Some wolves are killing my sheep again. I'll make it worth your while, if you get to the bottom of it.
All right, I'll help.
Blimey, you're a great fella. Just yesterday, they tore one apart over there on the path. See if they left any tracks. And when you find the bloodthirsty beasts, kill them all. May I finally have peace from them. I mean, it ain't that I don't trust you, but I'd rather see the wolf's ears with my own eyes. See you soon, my friend.
Quick!
Let's just go for a little ride real quick. See if we find anything. He said up the path, so I'm just gonna go a little bit up the path here.
Stop, good man! You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit! Ha! You little livered swine!
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Come on then! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp! Fucker! I'll get you!
God damn. Alright, hold on. The problem is it's like really hard to. Hold on, we're gonna go walk down there real quick.
Where the fuck's the money? This doesn't look half bad. Fucking nothing. Again. This doesn't look half bad. Fucking. What the?
Oh my god.
You silly doggy.
two of them now.
You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit! You can't run!
You silly doggy.
That was bad luck.
Well, what's going on? Did you see that?
Rip your ass open!
Yeah, smash his face in.
It's like, oh my god.
You silly doggy.
I gotta figure out how to make poison. You don't have them with you?
Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Wait, they're wolves now? Interesting. Where'd the other wolf?
Ja! 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 God. Quick! God! Whoa! Whoa!
Stick it. So, you have a weapon. Big deal. There, that's enough of that now.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I found this parchment close by, and if you ask me, it's a map to, well, something.
What, exactly? You can't leave me hanging like that.
All right, well, I'm hoping it's a treasure map that will lead me to my fortune.
Well, how about you show it to me? I'm pretty familiar with these parts. I might be able to help you.
Yeah, right. And then you keep the treasure as a reward for your help, eh? No way. As they say, finders keepers. And it was me who fished it out of the dead man's pocket, so it's mine. Besides, by the look of you, you'd only get yourself killed looking for it. A townie out in the woods. Ha ha ha!
Me? A townie? I was pretty much born in the woods. I was nursed by a bear and rode a wolf's back before I took my first steps.
As if. You're full of shit.
Yeah, maybe a little. But I do know the area. Believe me, all it takes is one wrong turn and you'll be walking into a band of cutthroats. And if they find that map on you, and you're unable to tell them where to hunt for the treasure, well, God help you. That's all I'm saying.
You mean they'd want to kill me?
No, not that. No, not right away, anyway. They'd probably torture you first. Something similar happened just the other day, beyond those trees. They found the poor sod half-skinned. Horrible way to go.
Look, you know what? This is more of a job for someone like you. Why don't you take the map? I'd rather not be caught with it.
Really? I don't want to deprive you of what's yours.
No, I insist. Here, think of it as a gift, and enjoy it in good health.
Well, much obliged.
Okay.
The pleasure's all mine. Farewell, and God bless.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably just gonna look up the locations for where these things are, because these are not detailed at all. It's like hand a 4-year-old a crayon and have them draw a random map. Like, some of this stuff does not make sense. I mean, it makes enough sense, I guess. I might give them all each a shot, but oh god. What?
Ka! 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 Go! Ka! Quick! Quick! Ja! Ja! Ka!
We need to save.
Fucking cur! Nasty! Beast!
Hey, I'm getting better at archery though. My ordinary arrows. You have to butcher it to get the saddle and shit out of it. Oh, that's weird.
Quick.
This game is so much fun. I'm just having fun just riding around.
Could this be the saltpeter pit Crazel's looking for? And I'm supposed to taste it. Cold saltpeter. Not cold. Just raw. Look at me. I'm a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Kind of cool that I found it by myself. Let's see where this path goes.
Quick!
What?
I have to go back. Go! Quick! What? What? Huh? Hey? What? What? Huh?
Are you out of your mind? You'll hurt somebody!
If you have anything to offer in return, I have some nice wares to sell here.
I'm happy to stop by. Greetings. What's going on here?
What the fuck do you think is going on? Want to trade? Or are you just here to...
Let's do business.
You're on. No bullshitting. That's how I like it.
Let's talk about the price.
All right. I'm listening.
How's this?
More. Very well, then. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Go!
Quick!
Oh, good.
Come here! Come here!
Greetings, my friend.
I'm Henry. And
Ignatius, looking for a...
none of
the living, or if...
Do you know what happened with the bodies from near the pond? Tankard, Conrad.
Who?
Well, you wouldn't know their names. A couple of soldiers that fell there. Where are they buried?
Oh, I remember them. They all ended up in a pit together right by the cemetery. All I got was a yellow waffen rock for the effort. Getting them out of there was a grind. They was well fed. You could tell right away they was from better parts than this.
Yeah, you're right. They're a long way from home.
Not to worry. Earth is earth, wherever it is.
Are you and the herb woman related? You both look... well, really old.
We're not related. We both got some years behind us, and we both unclean in our own ways. That's all we have in common. Different herb women came to me from time to time for hangman's nooses or nails from the gallows. What they do with them is their own business. I'm just a trader. But Bozhena ain't like the others. She's an honest herb woman who only heals with herbs and prayers. Do you know why they chased her out of town?
I do. On account of Yakesh's son.
There's a place called Limbus Infantium. Make sure you never send anyone there. Not even by accident, like Bozhena did with Yarushek.
Well, I don't think I'll be going into the midwifery trade, but I get you. Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day. Death roams these parts with me following close behind.
How's life treating you, Ignatius?
A lot better than it's treating my customers, I must say. Come to think of it, the only thing that pisses me off is that once I kick the bucket, there won't be a single experienced gravedigger to put me to rest. The shoemaker's children go barefoot, as they say. All the young folks these days care about is making coin. Nobody's interested in the honest trade of grave digging anymore.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
What's the story with the dead people?
The story? They're dead. What more is there to tell?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here recently, right?
Well, it ain't usual for people to get off by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it that way.
That might be the reason, then. Hey?
What?
Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people dying. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left to bury.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labor of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
But seriously, Ignatius, tell me about yourself.
Gravedigger, knacker, snorter's constant companion, and
You've nearly got more titles than the Emperor himself.
Well, I have been doing it for almost 40 years now. The bailiff pays me well, in coin and sometimes in goods.
Sounds appealing.
Not all that glitters is gold, lad. A gravedigger's got it hard, and so does a knacker. I pick up dead animals on the side of the road. That's the knacker's job. You could say I have a knack for it. That's why people say I'm unclean. If I had children, they wouldn't be allowed to marry anyone besides an executioner or a gravedigger. It's so ingrained in folk. A fella takes care of things they wouldn't want to handle themselves, and this is how they repay him. Can't even go to the tavern no more.
Have you been a gravedigger your whole life? Have you ever thought of changing your trade?
I did think about it once, if I'm honest. I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job, though he can't even tell a shovel from a spade. That really pissed me off, so I said, fuck it. Why would I want to dig graves for people who don't appreciate my craft?
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it? Do you think I get bored here? Not recently, I don't. But I think I told you that already.
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few conciliation crosses around here. What do they mean?
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be regretted later.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something stupid and then comes to regret it. Or if the law sees to it that he regrets it. The sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the site of his evil deed.
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think? From me.
You're in charge of that too? Stone cutting?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around here, it's child's play.
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. Most of these here are right old. You might find a few stories about them in the village chronicle what's kept at the rat house. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near Takoff, and folks say the place is cursed.
Do you know any more stories?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any. I'm not an old fishwife.
Unfortunately, I had to bury both my parents recently.
My condolences, lad.
Thank you. I just don't know if it was done right.
Did you witness their deaths?
Unfortunately. They were killed in front of my eyes.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you closed their eyes and buried them in consecrated ground, you've nothing to worry about.
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have a church in our village.
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. As long as you picked the spot with good intentions, that's all that matters. I'm certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't worry. You did everything right, lad. You've no business here. You see, it didn't even hurt.
Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day. Farewell, my friend. Shit. I better look around the house to see if anything's missing.
Gah!
Whoa!
What? What?
Alright, guess I can't talk to him.
Greetings to you. You have a kind master, eh, Doggy?
Is there really only one spot I can do this at? Oh, thank God. Oh. I'm trying to remember what town I was in, like, at the hotel room in. I thought it was this town. Oh, so the one town, I guess, that I... The one town that I have a bed in. It's also the only town I have an actual bed in. Ay. What a great boon it would be to have a room here. I wonder if I can go talk to that lady again.
Hey, what are you doing here? You're not allowed. I never want to see you here again without permission.
Who just came barging in here? You're not allowed here. What the hell are you doing here? What on earth possessed you to creep into someone else's house?
Don't you worry, Goodman. I just popped in for a chat. You're cooped up in here all day by yourself. A bit of company would do you good, wouldn't it?
Well, not many folks combine, that's true. So how can I help you, young man?
What do you do here all day long?
I'm happy to sit here, keeping an eye on my old workshop, and the lasses passing by. If a little mead should come my way, I'd like to drink to the good old days.
Would you care to join me if I fetched you some?
As sure as Jesus was a carpenter, same as me.
A little bird told me you're repairing a very nice lute.
What a beauty. You don't see craftsmanship like that today. Young fellows these days, all they want is to get the job done quick and get their coin.
Can I take a closer look at it?
Don't even think of putting your grubby paws on it. That instrument is worth more than the head between your ears. You might drop it and break it. A gent from Kuttenberg brought it in to be fixed, but he's taking his time to come and collect it.
Listen, how about I buy that lute from you?
It's not for sale.
Well, that Kuttenberger won't be coming back for it any time soon, though. I reckon he saw how you botched the repair and decided he'd be better off buying a new lute altogether.
Botched? What are you talking about?
No, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh,
don't tell me you couldn't use a few groschen from mead now, could you? Take my word for it. You could bathe in mead for all the coin I'll give you.
I'm always parched these days, that's true. But what are we going to tell that Kuttenberger when he comes for his loot?
Just pay him off. You'll have plenty to cover that. And if you sweeten him up with some of that mead, he won't mind at all.
Damn. You're on. I'll sell you the loot, but not a word to my son.
Actually, you know what? I don't think I'll buy anything just yet. Must be dull sitting here all day. Don't you ever feel like going for a stroll?
Sitting watching the world go by suits me fine. Why would I go flitting about with my creaky old knees? What's it to you anyway, youngster?
Oh, I was just trying to keep the conversation flowing. That's all.
what the fuck? Why did he just leave?
A nice instrument. Maybe I should learn to play it and become a wandering minstrel.
Oh, we got that thing.
I had that dream again.
What do you need?
Do you know anything about the devil?
Mother of God! Such blasphemy! See you
I'm a
soon, my
noblewoman.
friend. What would you like?
What happened to the hermit?
Hard to say. Better not go near him. He's been acting strange lately.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
A few folks saw it at his place some years ago, but then it disappeared. Maybe he sold it, or chucked it out. Take care.
I apologize.
Shouldn't be hanging around here, friend.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I need to know more about that strange apparition.
God save us. Don't bother me with that. God be with you.
Oof, we're really far back.
Quick! Go! Quick! Whoa!
If you have something to offer, stop by for a moment.
What happened to you?
A wheel on our wagon broke.
You're lucky.
What?
I'll be happy to take a look.
Of course.
Is it different or is it the same? Never have too many of those. Damn, we got kind of a bad draw this time with the
I'd
camp.
like to discuss the price.
I'm listening. This is pointless. I'm done haggling.
But I'm not buying.
Maybe next time then.
That belt was nice.
Whoa!
Careful! So nobody gets hurt!
I'll sort you out nicely!
What's that?
What's that
Yeah.
noise?
Are you a blacksmith?
And you? Gentleman's manservant, I reckon.
You deserve a clobbering for how poor a judge of people you are.
Be my guest. I'm Yira. Hard as nails and happy to flatten you any time of the day. Careful, though. I don't like blades.
Glad to hear that. From one blacksmith to another.
Oh, sorry, brother. I didn't take you for someone who could swing a hammer.
I love smithying, but I have a lord I must serve. What are you doing here? Where's your anvil?
Our forge has gone undone for. And these folk around me lost all they had, too.
So war, eh? It's a shitty thing.
Aye, well, that's just the way it is. By God's grace, I still have 2 hands, and I can always find work. I could do with a bit of coin right now. Fancy having a wrestle? For money?
All right, let's wrestle. Because I'm quite sure I'm the better fighter.
Great. I wouldn't be so cocky if I was you, though. I know a few tricks. I'll be done with you in no time. And because I'm so confident, I say we spice it up with a few groschen. What do you say?
Definitely. Here you go.
Let's do this.
So it's you. Aha.
You're holding it like a
Very
pig
odd.
holds a
It
bone.
must be over now. Whatever it was.
Go on, parry! Sakura, keep going! Go on, parry! Christ! You've got some energy! You still haven't had enough! Useless! Christ! Go on,
The lucky
parry.
side punch.
Christ! You've got some energy! You're holding it like a wanker! You still haven't had enough. You still haven't had. Christ! You've got some energy!
Got him.
Sakura, you were good. Not even old Larch's moves were any use. Well, anyway, Henry, here's your coin.
You put up a decent fight, Yira. I'll remember that levering trick.
quick! I'm Henry. Ignatius, looking for a...
None of those things.
The living, or if...
Do you know
who?
Well, you wouldn't know their name.
Oh, aye. They all getting him out.
Yeah, you're right.
Not to worry.
Are you in the...
We're in different... What they... But, do you know?
I do.
There's a... Not...
Well, I don't think I'll be going into the midwifery trade, but I get you. Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day. Death roams these parts, with me following close behind.
How's life treating you?
Come to think of it, all the young...
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
What's the story with the dead people?
The story? They're dead. What more is there to tell?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here recently, right?
Well, it ain't usual for people to get off by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it that way.
That might be the reason, then. Hey?
What?
Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people dying. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left to bury.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labour of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
But seriously, Ignatius, tell me about yourself.
Gravedigger, knacker, snorters, Well, I have been.
Sounds appealing.
Not all that I pick up dead. That's why people... It's so
Have you been a grave...
I did. I wanted to. That really pissed me.
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it?
I'm not from the
same.
That's an interesting...
I like when a fella... Or if the sin...
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think?
You're in charge...
I know how to cut a cross out.
So they're all you...
I wish. You might find if all...
Do you know any...
I
Unfortunate.
Michael,
thank you.
Did you witness?
Unfortunate. I dug there.
Well, I'm certain. Farewell, my friend.
day. What would you like?
I hear Ambrose the Hermit has some old sword.
Aye, a broken one. He used to have it hanging on the wall of his hut, but that was long ago.
What happened to Ambrose the Hermit?
He's at death's door with some ailment, and there's a peculiar talk about him. They say he made a pact with hell.
What do you know about this diabolical apparition?
God forbid. And you? Be on your way.
See you soon, my friend.
Jesus Christ be praised!
I'd like to ask about that diabolical apparition.
Go to hell with that. Take care, friend.
I hear that some apparition was seen around here. Is it true?
Go to hell with that.
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
How are things, Master Scribe?
What would you like to hear? I don't spread gossip. I only write it down.
Well, Troskovitz isn't exactly a small village. People are probably doing well here, eh?
And why shouldn't they be? The war has avoided our region so far. I think we can especially thank our lord, Sir Otto von Burgau, for that.
And what's your lord like?
Von Burgau? My goodness, he knows how to keep order, just like his Chamberlain Ulrich. Though, sometimes it's not so easy with him.
Who's this Chamberlain Ulrich?
Ulrich von Schaumburg manages the estate of Sir Otto von Burgau. You see, as the royal chamberlain, Sir Otto spends most of his time in Prague. So Ulrich is actually something like the unofficial local ruler.
Are you from here?
No, I'm not. I come from nearby Yitchin.
So what are you doing here?
The plague and a spell of bad luck are behind it. The plague took most of my relatives to their maker, and I didn't want to return home after my studies. Bailiff Thrush offered me a good position here, so why shouldn't I accept it?
Show me your wares.
Word about the price.
All right, I'm listening. This is pointless. I'm done haggling with you. Great. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. Take care, friend. Careful.
No bullshit. Just right. This year, the village prospered.
Wait. Is this supposed to be a chronicle?
Is that a problem?
I'm not a chronicler. Well, I want a raise for this responsibility.
You want what?
More money.
Do you want me to tell everyone about the time you were drunk, naked, riding on a pig, yelling?
You're not allowed here. Get off your arse and leave. Come on now. You've no business here. Out.
God be with you.
Greetings to you too.
Next time, don't come in here without permission.
Praise God.
Hey, don't annoy me. The Lord Scribe just had too much work on. That's all.
And what's going to happen with that field? Ugh, Christ, hell.
You silly doggy.
Taking their time again.
That was a pretty big bloody risk.
You have a kind man. Sorry.
Greetings to you.
What kind of pig was sitting here? Excuse me, but I hope you aren't snooping around here, are you? The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Have you heard about the Divozhenka of Semaine?
What Divozhenka?
You haven't seen one yet? A Divozhenka is a wild woman of the forest. An ugly, disfigured creature. You can find them deep in the woods or caves, where they make their ointments and gather magic herbs. Sometimes they hurt people, sometimes they help them. You shouldn't go there.
Why not?
The Samine lot did that. They were worried she might put young Lord Samine under a spell, especially now, because of the wedding. So they took care of her. And that's about it, I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Nothing much, fortunately. And I hope it stays that way.
There's something else I need to... What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia, along the path below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
Can I spend the night here?
We're not really equipped for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
For a few groschen, there's some room on the hay.
Let's agree on a price. Satisfied?
More. Very well. Feel free to sleep on the hay, but don't go wandering around my home.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep in the barn behind the cart, right next to the wood.
What's the latest news?
Nothing much, and I hope it stays. Goodbye and good night. And I was beginning to worry what that was.
Ave Maria. Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything, then?
Alright gang, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Do that stuff. See you on the next one. Bye.